Woohoo! Welcome back to Big Herb the Nerd and today's episode of Blame It on the Youth as we round out Season 1, finally. And we have secured, what's the opposite of securing relegation? We've secured staying up. We're not going to get relegated. So, since we left you after the United and Liverpool games, we played Southampton. We won 3-1. We scored a goal in the first minute. And I'm playing this just after they've released the beta patch. So yeah, we scored in the first minute, and I'm like, we're on fire now. We are on fire. Arp scored within 1 minute. We then scored a own goal. It was a shot by Yarmolenko, took a deflection, went in, and then Wiltshire getting a goal in the 86th minute. They got a goal back in the 82nd, but they were never coming back. We won 3-1. We then played Cardiff. Like maybe it wasn't as good as I thought it was because we only won 3-2. They came back and tried to get back into it. Wiltshire getting a hat-trick. Jack Wiltshire on a hat-trick. But those points were enough to secure us that safe spot in the Premier League for next year. So today we will bring you the Watford game. I am aware that I am sat in front of these. And then after that, we'll have a quick look at the players we have, the young players we have, the players that will be coming back with potential. We'll do a quick round out of this first season, squad-wise, and discuss players for Season 2. So this is the video to get more suggestions on. We are signing, this is a recap. Someone commented and asked about my generic save with a cool name. It's not a generic save. We are doing a Youth Academy challenge. So we are only signing players 19 years and under. I was going to push it for 20 if we needed them. But now we've got through the first season, I think we're fine. So we will slowly start selling off the players within the first team. The idea being we have a complete team that is homegrown through the Youth Academy, because as young as we can get them in, we're going to be pumping them into our Youth Academy, getting that boosted up as well, spending money there with the board as much as possible, and then trying to turn the team into a completely homegrown team where we are just driving the best wonder kids through our Youth Academy. So we're going to bring them in, but also we want to start creating them as well. So that's the idea. When we have a team full of youngsters, all brought through our ranks, all homegrown, that is considered a success. If we can also, you know, push for some European success, win a couple of Premier Leagues, that'll also tick the box as well. So that is what the save is all about. Today we're finishing Season 1. We've had a rocky old season. We have struggled in this beta. We started terribly. We didn't got an odd. We kept getting the odd victory that just boosted my morale. It was always between horrible losses. But end of the season, we started to find a bit of form a little bit. And then, yeah, 2 wins. We now have 1 game against Watford to finish out. And I'll be happy to bring that. One big injury we have had, which I'm glad has come now after Sports Interactive have released a bug that toned down injuries, is Fabianski. He's been injured for 3 weeks. So that was a worry because I sold Adrian. So that means Trott is playing in goal at the moment. We will need to look for a very good young goalie to come in because Trott's not quite good enough. But he will make his debut for us today. Other than that, I don't think we're going to do much else. We're going to just bring on a striker. We'll put in Mr. Lucas. But yes, there's a lot of players in here we'll have a look at. We'll go through. If you have been around on the channel for a while, the last one I like to do a single video usually to do a full squad analysis. Because it's the first season, it will be a quicker squad analysis. We'll be concentrating more on those youth players and discussing more about what we're going to do for Season 2. So let's get into today's game then. Get this one done and dusted. Hopefully get another win. And then we can go in and discuss plans for how we breed a team of beautiful wonder kids to take over the Premier League. So we are starting with Trott in goal, Cresswell, Oxford, Diop and Fredericks as the back 4, Rice, Noble and Lanzini is the midfield 3 with Anderson on the left, Yarma on the right and up top. You can see I am on the new update because I've got these crazy white boxes around my players. I'm not sure I necessarily like them. I preferred it when they weren't there. Looking at this Watford team, they are coming in very defensive. Look at that. Back 4, 2 DMs, 2 wide players, and then 2 guys up top. If we can cut out their wide players, we should be able to stop them getting anywhere. So that will be the plan. Obviously, Troy Deeney, we've got to watch out for. He's always overpowered, thanks to Mr. Miles. Right, so Watford are currently standing 3rd in the form rankings whilst we're in 7th. I mean, that's not great. We could have done with not playing this team, couldn't we? We've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. No, that's not good. Assertive faith. Assertive faith. Assertive faith. Right, let's get these opposition instructions sorted because what I want to do is, yeah, keep these guys as cut out as possible I would tighten mark him, but we got no one there. We'll tight mark Dini because he's slow. We'll close down Castillo. And then we'll see. I don't think... We'll leave it for now. I'm not too worried about the rest of them getting forward because God knows how they're going to get these players behind. But that'll do. Let's get out. Obviously, we'd like to have Fabianski in. And everyone else has been rested. So, yes, we've got a lot to go through. A lot of players, which, you know, to be fair, haven't really performed for us this season. Even the likes of our better players, Yarmolenko and Anderson, I'm not beyond selling. Lanzini hasn't really found a place in the side. If we carry him on this formation, which I believe we will for a bit, he doesn't really have a place. So we could be getting rid of 5 or 6 players over the summer. But I need your suggestions. Let me know you want the kids. Get them in. And I've got a big list. We've got a big old scout report. And we will be going out there and spanking as much cash as we can to bring them in. So first what I'll highlight is 18 minutes into the game. You can see Watford and their defensive play. Keeping it with their wingers. Their DM, sorry. Their wingers. But whilst we are sat on a hold position, we're not diving in. We're just going to let them keep playing. We can wait for them to make that mistake. They want to play triangles at the back all day. Go for it, mate. We are 14th currently in the Premier League. We have nothing to lose here. Cathcart on the ball. Right, get over there. Get over there and press. Oh, they've gone for the long ball. Ah, Oxford's been beaten. Castillo's in. Fires wide. That's a slight worry. They waited all that time and they still managed to get in. Castillo now, free kick, round the side. Trott has it covered. Don't worry, Trott, we've got you back. As he plays out short to Oxford now. Cresswell's got it. Noble. Out to Lanzini. Into Yama. Back inside. Nicely done, Noble. Lanzini. Nice ball out to Anderson. He's cut inside. He found Noble. Go on, boys. Lanzini's there. Outside Yama. So, I mean, he's not hitting the target, his old Yama. Lanzini's playing a bit better, though, in this role. He's kind of held himself off. But he really doesn't like playing in that centre-mid position. So unless I need him to cover as wing, and he doesn't really play it well from the wing, yeah, I'm struggling to see where he's going to fit in. As a corner here comes in for Watford. It's gone to the back post. Oxford's cleared this time. Anderson, you going to clear that out? You haven't. Fredericks clears. Lanzini's up. Nicely done, Lanzini. Yama, big ball out to up. Going to go out wide. Anderson's there. But ball in. Ball's inside. Yama. Oh. That was good stuff. Anderson's actually following instructions. He's playing as a winger. Noble swings his corner and Yama's there. He heads in. Anderson. Oh my God. Someone put the goddamn ball in the net. Noble, lay it off. Rice. Oh. Went for the top corner. Just misses. Fredericks now. Short free kick into Noble. A lot of space on this left-hand side. Lanzini back to Rice. Ah, there we go. Ball out to Cresswell. That's what I like to see. He's inside to Anderson. Can he tuck it inside? He's found Noble. Found space. Who's put it in the back of the net? Mark Noble with his 10th goal of the season. That makes him our top goal scorer. 10 goals coming from a central midfielder. Him and Wiltshire have kind of kept us in it this season. We will be looking for a few more goals from those wide men and up top with a full season behind him. But yes, Mr. West Ham showing he's still got it. At 31, the man is still scoring goals for fun. As Hughes got the ball here. Pereira. Back out to Hughes. They are playing a short football. Ah, Massina's got behind. That's the fullback, though. Dini's there. Trott. Nice save. Good work, Trott. Watford are coming forward again. A bad pass. Yama's there. I really am enjoying not pressing. I'm telling you, just holding your position. Up. Fires over. Damn. Come on up. But yeah, instead of counter-pressing and pushing to get the ball back, just sitting back and saying, come on in. Try and pass it round us. I dare you. And they just never can. They never can get there. So we've not played well, but we are winning. Do it for the fans. Let's go for don't get complacent. I won't really rollick them. It's the last day of the season. I don't want to ruffle too many feathers. If we can finish up higher than 14th, that's actually a pretty good season from where we've been most of the season. It turns out, yeah, a couple of wins was all we needed, and they could have come a little bit earlier for us. But I'm just happy we were safe from relegation. That's all that mattered. We're saving our job to get through to the beta. Which I think by the time I record next, we will be there. I can never say that guy's name. Messina. He's gone back. Hughes. Decor. Hughes, look at him here. Back at the DMs again. Fredericks clears. Perfect play from West Ham. As Fredericks now comes forward. Look at Liama's on the ball. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? He's got to be off. He has got to be off. Straight red. It looked like he fly kicked him in the head. Cresswell now. Can he score a free kick? Of course he can't. Of course he can't. Messina literally fly kicked Yama there. They're down to 10 men. This has got to be our game now. Back post. Anderson's there. I might need to change the corner tactic now that the new patch is out as well, because it seems to not be working at all. As Noble's in. Corner. Yama. Oh, fine stop. We go again. Cresswell this time. Out. Swinging. All the way there. Rice. Noble's going to lay it off. Fredericks. Cuts it back. Lanzini. Yama. Oh, the slides are going in the box. Jesus. Right, 64 minutes. Let's give some players some game. I did give Jack Clark some game. He's the young striker we brought on in some of the previous matches. We were that far ahead and that comfortable in the game. We actually were managing to make subs just for kind of fun. Wiltshire is there. We're going to bring on Tonelli. Switching with Noble. And you know what? I want to give Costina a little run out of right back. I know we're only 1-0 up, but if we lose, it doesn't really matter. And they are down to 10 men. So it's not like we need to worry. But Costina, we've not played him yet. And he is now going to be the backup to Frederick. So I want us to see what he's like. He's an attacking fullback. So we should be good going forward. Tonali, we know he's more defensive minded. So we've got to watch out for that Metzala role. We will be looking to bring maybe some more centre mids in. As Tonali's on the ball now. Lucas. Oh, he's put it wide. But we do have Emilson Fernandez coming back as well from loan, who has very good potential. Does play centre mid and will slot straight in. So we don't need to go too crazy on the centre mid roles. Hughes now playing it forward into Pereira. Kiko's been brought on. They've got no one forward. Cresswell into Oxford. They definitely have that isometric formation on with no wingers, I think. So we should be going wide here. I just don't really want to punish them. Cresswell now into Rice. Out to Anderson. Go on, put a ball in. Ball's in. Yama. Oh, finally. Anderson to Yama. They're starting to score. We have got aiming for the far post. Again, something that I might take off and just see how it works without it now, because they are always aiming for each other. And let's be honest, they're not necessarily the best strikers. But yes, Yama with the header finally starts getting some goals. It's taken him a season, but finally they're doing it. Cross right now. Long throw into Lucas. All the way out. Costina, what have you got? Out guide. In goes the cross. Can he go back? Get back and get there. Get back. You get back, son. Oh, he's got no pace. Zero pace. Back on Costina now. Into Noble. Out to Costina. Yama. Costina's still there. He's off the pitch, though. He hasn't got a lot of pace, has he? He seems a bit lost. Noble. There we go. He's out. He's getting a lot of the ball. Go on. Get yourself on the bloody assist. I want you to get assist. Tonelli. Anderson. Oh, go on, Yama, lay it back. If Anderson can get goal as well, then I don't know what's happened. The game's broken. They finally tweaked these players up to where they should be. Tonali, out to Rice. Look at this, can absolutely control. I know they're not pushing forward, but we are absolutely dominating this game. Anderson misplaces the pass to Cresswell there. Right, 84th minute. We're coming towards the end of the game now. Ball out to Anderson. Oh, he's mucking around there. Selling them dummies. Noble, edge of the box. Yama. His shooting needs to improve dramatically. And that's the end of the game there then. 2-0. We finished the season with a 3-game win streak. What is going on there? Come on, the tactics are finally working. So we finished in 13th position in the end. We got the magical 40 points. That would have meant that we were definitely safe. But I think 13th is probably like an okay season. Not wholly disappointing. But considering where we were, absolutely outstanding for us. Any shocks in there? So Leicester going to be going down. Fulham and Cardiff going to be going down. We'll have a look. We obviously know Mr. Sessegnon is in there. Where is he? Ryan Sessegnon. 18-year-olds. So we could be looking to get in there. He's going to be wanted by a lot of people, isn't he? Wanted by Everton. 75 he's estimated by our scouts. Could be a very good... Wow, what is he going to be, though? Is he a winger? We do need wingers. He is technically a wonder kid, so we'll be looking at him. Maybe going to scout out the other the teams that have gone down as well. To see who they've got and what's going on. I don't think Cardiff and Leicester have any outstanding youngsters that I can... that could spring to mind, anyway. No, some of their better players are 22. Just slightly too old for what we're looking for. But we will go through and look at that. Arsenal win the Premier League. What? How? Yeah, okay, crazy. Mr. West Ham is 32 now. So he will be starting to take a back seat. We've got Tonali to come into those roles that he plays. We've also got Rice there. So Mr. West Ham will play a bit less of a role next season. I want to transition him into my backroom staff. So that will be our plan. We get 15 million for that mid-table position. The board are pleased that we got there, which is good. Considering we look like relegation strugglers early in the season, this success is even more impressive. Thank you very much. And I will be back in a second to go through the team. So we're going to look at the youngsters, how they've got on, and go through some squad views by looking at goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and attackers. Okay, so we've knocked together some team views, and we will be going through them now to have a look at the stats of the team. So not the attributes of the players, but actually the stats of how they performed during the season. So we will have a look at first the goalkeeper, Mr. Louis Fabianski. Jump into the stats here. So how is he looking? A 70% shot saved ratio, and actually quite a good held ratio. 113 of 192 shots held. Usually with goalies, we see it a lot lower. So I'm quite happy with him. But obviously, we do need to think about moving him on. We do need to bring through someone younger. His pass completion is very good as well. But we did have him playing it out short for most of the season. So, I mean, I'd expect that from him. But yes, been fairly happy with Mr. Lucas Fabianski. We now need to look into younger goalies and try and bring some of them through. Because obviously, playing him at 19 is going to be a bit difficult. But we will try and bring someone through and start playing him in the cup games, hopefully this season, if not the one after, to try and find his replacement. But yeah, 71% ratio with nearly, well, over half of them being held is very, very good for a goalie. So if we get now into the fun ones, we're looking at our defender view. Let's change the filters to under 23s and under 18s and just... Oh, you can't untick all. Well, that's annoying. Just defenders. Let's see. We've got a lot here. Okay, get rid of the under 18s. Because most of them have got terrible... Oh, can we? Most of them won't have game time. So we'll leave them all in. We'll accept there's a lot in here. So what I've done here is set up a team view that gives me the age of the players. So I know, how young they are. So should they be here or should we be looking to sell them on? Their homegrown status will also tell us ability potential and then some stats on their games. So distance covered and minutes per game will be for everybody. As well as then looking at specifically for defenders, tackles, sort of tackles ratios, fouls, interceptions, headers, and then mistakes leading to goals. Also a bit in there around assists and crosses for the wider players, but mainly we want to look at those ones. Who's making mistakes? Who's making tackles? So let's have a look then. So our highest rate ability player is actually Issa Diop. Very good, 22-year-old. We will be keeping him in. Technically, he's not homegrown. So we should be looking to move him on. But at 22, I'm happy to make a little allowance because he looks bloody good. He'll probably be one actually that someone tries to come in and buy and we'll end up having to sell. After that, we got Balbuena, Cresswell, who both fall outside, should be looking to be sold. Masuaku, Sanchez. And Oxford's down here, much, much further down as our other centre-back. But he has got potential in there. If we look at potential, Declan Rice, Issa Diop, Thiago Matos is there. I know you made some hilarious comments about Mr. 8 jumping reach. Yes, I like to buy 5'10" small central defenders because I am a 6-foot central defender who doesn't jump that high, but I'm full of bulk. So sometimes they work, all right? You can have a big man, little man, sometimes. But Matos is up there as one of our highest potential alongside Issa Diop. Oxford's up there as well. Benoit Bashadili as well. He's up there, which is good to see. We've got some of... I think we have our centre-backs here for at least a while. Costina there as well on the right side. Will Greenridge is actually someone that came in as our for our youth intake. 16-year-old there. Very quick. Need to look to develop him because he will definitely be one to challenge Costina there. And he is English, I believe, right? Yeah, so even better. So we'll keep an eye on him. We've not got any left backs, sorry. So one to watch out for. We need some high quality left backs. If you look at average rating, Sam Byram out on loan. Got the highest average rating. Reece Oxford second, Masuaku third, Rice, Fredericks, Diop. So they're not bad. I mean, only 2 over 7 isn't great, but I mean, we didn't do very well this season, did we? So kind of expecting that. Distance covered, Fredericks and Cresswell covering the most. That's distance covered per 90 minutes. So yeah, the wide men covering the most distance, which is as expected, as well as the central midfielders. Not too much further behind other central defenders, but good to see them there. So we're getting to the meaty bits now. The tackle completion ratio. Costina played his one appearance, made every single tackle. That's what I like to see. Oxford up there, 93%, tackle 1%. That's very, very good. Diop down at 89. Interesting. Not as great. I like to see him in the 90s at least. Rice up there at 90. Balbuena 91 as well. Because we're going to have to look at who we keep in as a backup. Actually, we could really sell Balbuena and Ogbonna, couldn't we? Tackles per game, Masuaku throwing in the most tackles. Cresswell, interesting, Masuaku top, Cresswell down at 5. But no one else getting close. The wider men putting in more tackles is what you tend to see. Issa Diop and Reece Oxford, not a lot of tackles per game. 2 or 1 tackles per game. That's real low. That seems too low. Looking at fouls, the wide men again making most of the fouls. Central defenders not so much, but if they're not putting tackles in, I wouldn't expect them to make fouls. Are they making interceptions though? There we go. They don't have to put tackles in because they are coming forward and clearing the ball. 3 interceptions a game each. Byram up there as well. That's good to see that they don't need to make tackles because they're getting there before the need for a tackle. We look at headers 1 as well. Look at that. That's where they're doing it. 86% each on the headers 1 percentage. So we have 2 central defenders that when the ball gets pumped over the top can just head it clear, which definitely means we should carry on this formation of just holding our form. Hold still, let them try and play a long ball because we've got 2 central defenders that are happy enough to head it clear all day long. Headers 1 per game, they're both up there. Very, very close. I like that. Considering Balbuena is down at 5, Ogbonna 4.7. Those are our central defenders. Mistakes leading to goals. Josh Pask out on loan. That's not good. He is one that's not too bad. Homegrown, only 21. Has got fairly decent potential, but 2 mistakes leading to goals whilst he's been out on loan. Zaba, 2 mistakes leading to goals. Farewell, Zabaleta. Balbuena 1, Sanchez 1, Rice 1, Byron 1, Cresswell 1. Good. Diop and Oxford. Neither of them making mistakes leading to goals. Look at overall mistakes. Oh, Cresswell makes quite a lot. A sizable amount more than anybody else. Fredericks and Masuaku fairly similar. Oxford 59. Diop down at 37. So that's pretty good. Diop the stronger one there. The mistakes from Oxford probably come from him being that ball playing defender. And if we just look at assists, Fredericks got 5 assists in the end. 4 from Masuaku. 3 from Cresswell. We got 2 each from Diop and Oxford, which I think were corners. Player of the match, Masuaku up there. Oxford, good to see. And then pass completion ratio, any of them really showing us up on the width? None of them in the 80s. Masuaku just outside. Diop down at 75. Oxford down at 74. Could be working on that a little bit more. And cross completion just for the wide men. Let's have a look. Cresswell 19%, very good. Fredericks only 9. Where's Masuaku? Only 6. So maybe we don't push him forward. Maybe we do hold him back, cross from deep. Or I have only right at the end of the season got him aiming for crossing at the byline. So we'll look at that. But as in for defenders, I think we're okay. We're okay definitely for centre backs. Right backs, we've got Costina and we've got Fredericks. I'm happy with those for now. I don't want to do anything too shocking. Left back, Cresswell and Masuaku. Cresswell we could sell. I think they're both wanted, aren't they? Cresswell was definitely wanted. Masuaku was wanted. He's not now. So one of them will go. We need a quality left back. Maybe Sessegnon comes in, but he is more of a winger these days. So let's have a look now at the midfield. So this is the midfield duo. Or trio, sorry, because it's defensive midfielders and midfielders. So let's again look. And like I said, I've pulled in all the same stats. If we look at ability-wise, oh, come on. It's brought in the central midfielders as well, or the wide midfielders. So highest ability, Wiltshire, then followed by Noble. There we go. Emilson Fernandez, 23, out on loan, should be homegrown. He's 23, I didn't realise that, but he is a Mitzala as well. He's one of the better ability and potential players. Obiang's in there, he could probably go. Tonali down at 3-star, Rice down at 3-star. If we look at potential, it's where we should be looking. Tonali right at the top, Rice right behind him, Fernandez 3rd. This is what we want to see. This could be our 3 central midfielders going forward. We'll definitely be playing Emilson Fernandez when he comes back. Very versatile player. We've got Connor Coventry not far behind as well. He should be sitting in the sub. So we don't really need to look at central midfielders. We're not desperate for him. Definitely not in the midfield centre positions. Not if we're going to keep Wiltshire on. He's only 27. And we'll keep Mr. West Ham himself on as well. He's 32. He's going to be required around the club. If we look at distance covered. Oh, Manu. When he came back, covering the most per game. And then let's get into the interesting bit, because we got a lot of goals here. 9 goals from Mark Noble. 10 goals from Noble. 9 from Wiltshire. That's more than the wide players did. Marcus Brown out on loan. Well, he doesn't look very good potential-wise. He got 7 himself. Yeah, Anderson only got 4 and Yarmolenko 6. Terrible. If we're looking at assists, Joe Powell, he's not bad. Yeah, we'll be looking at him when he comes back. Got 7 assists out on loan. So did Cullen. Cullen's another one we want to look at. Not bad potential. So we should really be looking at these, because these are true homegrown boys. What I'm looking interested in is assists per 90 minutes. So, Dean Garner, 2.5. Masuaku's our second highest assist per 90 minutes. That's crazy. Joe Powell up there. So the midfield guy's not really doing it. How about chances created? No, look at him. All the guys out on loan are the chances created, guys. Connor Coventry, the highest one that was in the team. Cresswell, that's really bad. We are not creating chances, which is, yeah, scary. Pass completion ratio, Obiang right up there. Rice, Sanchez, Tonali, 87, all good. Wiltshire, 86. Mark Noble, 85. So, yeah, that's fairly good. We're not missing passes. Key passes, though, Wiltshire up there. Connor Coventry, 2.26. And he's 2 appearances and 1 sub-appearances. Making all the key passes. Manu up there, Lanzini. Not topping the records, but we need to think about what we do with him. He might be just worth selling because there's a lot of money in selling him. And he's kind of lost his spark since being injured. Dribbles per game. Dean Garner's all the way up there. He loves a run. Right. Cross completion. Snodgrass. 42%. Jesus. Fernandez, Cullen. Here we got Noble highest on 30. Anderson, 26. Wiltshire, Rice. Yama down there at 12. Wow. That's not so good. Interceptions for those central midfielders. I'd expect the DMs to be high on there. And shots on target, like, how are they going? Because you guys were pretty shocking at spanking it wide, weren't you? 49% is the highest from a central midfielder. We got to watch that. So central midfielder wise, like I said, I think we've got enough potential in here. Tonali's good, Rice is good, and Emilson Fernandez will play as well. Connor Coventry is great as well, already at the club. We then will just look and see if there's anyone else want to bring in. It's a shame, yeah, Cullen and who's the other one? Powell, all the way down here in terms of ability. But if we start, people like Obiang go, we will start freeing up some space in the first team, and we'll have to throw our youngsters straight in. And finally, we'll finish on the attackers. So that will be attacking midfielders and attackers. So let's have a look then. Who have we got? Best ability, Yama, Wilshere, Anderson. Doesn't really show though, does it? Potential-wise, Emile Smith-Rowe. We should maybe look at bringing him in from Arsenal if we can. 2.5 star at the moment, but potential ability is by far the highest we've got. Arp second in there. Jack Clark right behind him. That's good. 2 strikers to hold. Fernandez obviously there. Tony Martinez to come back as well. He'll be coming in and sitting in the first team because we're going to have Andy Carroll's going to go. Tony Martinez is going to come in his place. Dean Garner straight in as well. Great to see. We have been playing him, so hopefully he will fulfill his potential. But that's it for the wingers. Dean Garner's the closest. Other than that, we're back into Anderson Yarmolenko territory. Haksabanovic is there. Whether he will get to his potential, I don't know. He's only 20, so we can keep him around. Nathan Holland as well. A couple of guys kind of knocking on the door, but we could definitely look for 1 or 2 wide men to bring in. Very, very good wide men. We're looking at goals. We had 12 goals from Jamal Hector Ingram out on loan. Only 20. He'll be one that's coming back. 1 to keep an eye on. 9 from Wiltshire. 8 for Arp, only with half a season. It's pretty good from him. 8 from Jordan Hugill. He's actually going to go, isn't he? Let's be honest. We're not going to keep him. If talking about goals per minute, Arp up there, 0.52. No one else really close. Lucas was at 0.31. Wiltshire was there. No other striker in there. I mean, our wide men were nowhere to be seen. Absolute terrible on the goal front. 67% shots on target ratio for Arp. I'm liking Arp. He's going to be good, isn't he? Let's be honest. Yarmolenko and Anderson, nowhere near. Shots per 90 minutes. Lucas taking the most. Anderson and Yama. They're at the top of taking the most shots, but they are not getting them on target. We need to work on their shooting practice. In terms of assists, Yama got 6 assists, second highest. Or highest actually in the team that will play, and that's okay, I suppose. Assists per 90 minutes, though. Dean Garner, the most. I think he's going to have to take a first place position, isn't he? A first team position anyway, with Yama and Anderson fighting for that second one, because between them, they're not good enough. Chances created, like we said, no one's there. Headers 1, I don't really care so much about that. I wanted to just see if the strikers do show. Arps up there at 2.5 a game. Okay. Passing completion, yeah, we don't really mind about that. Key passes. The rest of them, let me look at crosses. So Snodgrass isn't bad at crossing, clearly. He only played 3 games with 7 app appearances, but sub appearances, sorry. Anderson up there, 26% highest. But we did start playing as a winger, I suppose. Player of the match, 6 for Jamal Hector Ingram, bloody hell. 4 for Wiltshire, 2 Hugill, 2 Byron, 2 for Anderson in the end. Okay, none for Yarmolenko. Ain't that a problem? So if we just finish on this end screen here, the Big Herb selection screen, if we're looking at our highest potential players, we've got Emil Smith-Rowe there. It's not even our player, so we should definitely look at him. Arp, Tonali, Clark, Declan Rice, Emil Fernandez, Issa Diop, Thiago Matos, Tony Martinez, Benoit Badiashile. All these guys are pretty damn good, aren't they? 4.5 star. Some of them we're going to bring forward. Oh, I forgot about El Mahassini is actually a wide player who we could look to bring forward. We could turbocharge him, but he's 1 star at the moment, so I'll be a bit worried about throwing him in too early. But definitely for cup competitions. Oxford there as well. But good to see the guys we brought in, Arp, Tonali, Clark, in the top 3. Well, 4 if you count the guy we brought in on loan, but Rice, Fernandez and Diop I want to play because I like them as players. Matos in there is another defender. We'll try and make him taller. Benoit there as well, the defender. So we've got a lot to do. We've got a lot of positions to look for. Left back, definitely. Possibly right back. Well, I know we've had a couple of sessions before. We'll go in for them again in the summer, see if we can get hold of them. And then we definitely need wide men on the left and the right because we've only got Anderson and Yarmolenko, and I'm not sure they're going to cut the mustard. I'm not overly impressed. But we will leave that there. I hope you have enjoyed this first season of Blame It on the Youth. This was always going to be the toughest season. We will be back for the start of next season. I will hopefully have some signings for you. I won't be recording this hopefully for a little while. So you get your suggestions in definitely and we'll get scouting. We'll see how much money we get over the summer. We're obviously going to need to sell players to get money. Youngsters cost a lot of money. But we will also be taking some punts on some smaller players and just where they could have high potential because we want to get them in, at least get them into the club, get them training, maybe jockey the board for some better facilities. And I'll see you back next time for the run through of the transfers and probably the first game of the season. So if you have enjoyed this first season, please do smash that like button. There are a lot of new people here. I'm very excited that you're all here and you're all enjoying this save as much as I am. I'm very happy we didn't get fired because that would have hurt me a lot. And I will see you back next season. Thank you very much for watching. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.